Hey there, thank you for joining me. Today I'm discussing how to double your money. Stop saving. If you're new here, please click subscribe. Now let's get started. Let's get right to it. If I told you a magic bag existed and as much money that you could throw into this bag, it would double over time. For example, if you put $100, then you would be able to take $200 out. Or if you put $1,000, then $2,000 would come out. If such a bag existed, would you take advantage of it? Or would you keep saving or spending your money as normal instead? Well, I have some great news for you. That so called magic bag exists in what is called index funds. Index funds match the performance of the 500 largest companies in the United States. In the past 100 years, the average return of the 500 largest companies was between 10 and 11% annually. Considering these average returns, an index fund such as VTI or VOO would roughly double your money every 7 years. Now consider the average savings account interest right now, which is about 0.06, less than a percent. If you kept your money in a savings account, you would actually be losing a good chunk of money every year to inflation. This is the main reason that most American retirement accounts, such as a 401k or an IRA, they have exposure to the index funds, or they closely match the S&P 500. But you do not need to have a retirement account to enjoy the same returns. In fact, any American citizen that is at least 18 years old can put their money into index funds today. So why are people not doing it? The first reason is a lack of financial education in the national school system. Some people feel like saving is the only option for them to grow money, and that's absolutely incorrect. In fact, the savers in this country end up losing, and the investors in this country end up winning over the long term. Number two is fear. The feeling that the stock market is too risky. And it is true that the market can be volatile. There are ups and there are downs. The good part is when the market is down, which is called a bear market, it normally only lasts for an average of 9 months. But when a market is up, which is called a bull market, it normally lasts close to 4 years. So historically, the market gains much more often than it loses. And no one can really time a market. Common wisdom suggests that you should routinely buy so you are always buying, both during up and down markets. If you are sitting on the sidelines waiting for the next recession to jump in, then the chances are you will miss out on a lot of gains. The third reason is a lack of discipline. Many people are living paycheck to paycheck and they don't think that they can invest. I believe that if you can even find an extra $5 or $10 a week, then you can start your investing journey by buying fractional shares of an index fund. It doesn't have to be hundreds, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars in the beginning. It can just be a few dollars at a time. Just try to make it consistent, and your future self will thank you. Fourth reason is people do not know how to get started. There are many brokerage websites that allow you to purchase index funds today. There are traditional companies such as Vanguard and Charles Schwab. There are also newer companies that are geared towards more of a younger generation. One of the benefits of the newer companies is they allow us to buy fractional shares. So you do not feel like you need to buy an entire share at once. I have used both M1 Finance and Robinhood. I will include a link in the description below. When buying index funds, I believe VTI, which stands for Vanguard Total Stock Market Index, which has a 25% increase this year so far, and a 114% increase in the past 5 years, is a strong option. Also, VOO, which stands for Vanguard 500 Index Fund, which has a 26% increase this year and a 113% increase in the past 5 months, is another strong option. Also, both of these index funds currently pay out a dividend quarterly. The dividend yield, last I checked, is currently 1.18%. When considering the stock market, index funds are considered a safer option by most. It is certainly not as rewarding as growth stocks or trading options, but those come with more risk. For the average person, I believe that index funds provide a low risk and it's an effective way to start growing your money for the future. Well, that wraps up my video on doubling your money, stop saving. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.